Well, hello guys, welcome back. If I look super calm in this video and I look super stressed the rest of the day, it's because I'm doing this a couple of days early. So, goddess of the day is Aphrodite, and she had me take a few precious hours out of the day to stop and recharge and do spa day. Poor woman's spa day, but she doesn't care as long as it's self-care. She's very behind it. So we did the mint julep mask from Queen Helene, I think it is. And we did, salted bath water. You can use table salt, you won't hurt yourself. We used a little tiny bit of oil. We're just putting out little tiny drops of it, we used peppermint so it would be like enlivening and everything. And then we just did all the indulgent stuff. It was nice to sit there with the mask on and to soak in this hot water and to just talk to Aphrodite and the other goddesses because they all show up because I do beauty stuff once in a blue moon, so they all got to see this. So it was nice, and I had some coffee, and we just talked, and we came out. We made kind of like spa food. Again, it doesn't have to be expensive. It was cottage cheese from the gas station. I don't tell anyone. I took grape jelly and put it in there. And that was kind of like, continuing offering. And then we were just like watching silly stuff. And we played a kitty cat game. And every time you touch a kitty cat, you find them. It's a find the cat game. Love hearts go everywhere. So she was delighted with that. And you find yarn. It's like the perfect Aphrodite game. And we're making a little bit of chicken. And she's all happy. She's the goddess that if you have it to give and you can comfortably give it, she will indeed take it, but you don't have to go out of your way. So if you don't have Tiffany's and champagne and travel to Paris and the $15 million Christmas tree that is out there this year in Dubai, you don't have to have it. If you have, dollar store money or dollar store aspirations of money, she's fine. You don't have to have rich things to give to Aphrodite. She's a lot more concerned that you're loving and kind towards people. Not to be a ditz or a pushover, because you will find out very fast she's not a little cream puff, but to be loving and kind towards people. But she's not asking you to be a doormat either. There is a difference. Remember, she's also a goddess of war, so she's that goddess that she's very sweet and kind until you give her a reason to be otherwise. And she's always the goddess that, the Judeo-Christians, and I'm not making fun of people, have a huge problem with because she is very sexually open. This is a goddess of sex. This is a goddess of prostitution. This is a goddess of fertility and having babies, though, that part kind of gets swept under the rug, and she's all about, romantic love. But some people will say she's also about, chaste love. So she has all these facets, but she really makes people nervous because she's not shy about sexuality. The way she reached out to me, full disclosure, was that Xena warrior princess, that really ditzy stupid Aphrodite, that every so often she was like a genius and she was part rocket scientist, but most of the time she was kind of like a little ditz with the big boobs and the cat suits and everything else. Yeah, she came on to me like that, and she delights in that. And she delights in, there's this thing going around on Pinterest of this statue of Aphrodite, and she's nude, and she's, she's kind of kneeled down and she's bending over so you can see all her belly rolls. And she has belly rolls because that's how women are built. Women are not built like the women on the front of Shape. We are not. We're meant to have that little pooch. We need, we have the babies. We're built to have babies. We're built to have that pooch and a place to store organs. We're built like that. We're supposed to have that cute little pooch. She's about teaching women to have realistic, in all genders, to have realistic body goals. It's fine to work out. She's not going to be mad at you for working out, but don't hate yourself as you're working out. Don't hate your body as it is now. You should love your body as it is now because it gets you everywhere you want to go in most cases. And she's about, even though she looks ever beautiful and ever youthful, she's about loving yourself each stage of life. So if you're no longer 20 and all perky and everything's up here, she's about, well, it's natural as we age for our bodies to change, and she's not, she will help you love yourself every stage of the way. Like I said, also war goddess, and she does have a death goddess aspect, so I like her. And as she is the war goddess, as opposed to say having Athena as a war goddess, this is the war goddess that she has been sweet and kind, and now she's gonna kick your fucking ass for you. And when she goes to war, I get this idea of Aphrodite at war. It's like she's on the battlefield. You think Ares is scary? She's scarier. She really is. She will break you. I love her. She's feminine beauty, but she's also kind of that segment rage too. Of okay, I have been really nice with you, now I'm gonna kick your fucking ass for you. Do not fight Aphrodite. If she wants something, she will go from cute, kind of bubbly princess of love and peace and butterflies to war goddess real fast. But that's why I love her. She's usually really sweet and kind, but she can get that look in her eyes, and when her eyes flash, like yeah, everybody that works with her is like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm over here at the club. Look at me. I'll have She loves the club. She loves the club in VR. She loves all things beautiful. She also loves really simple things too. She loves sparrows. She loves old birds. She loves going outside and looking at leaves and that. She's married to Hephaestus, and the Aphrodite I know loves him and cannot stop talking about him. She adores him to the ground. She thinks he's extremely handsome, which he is, and she thinks he's extremely sweet and kind, which he is. He's nothing like the stories. And she also has many other lovers, which as a love goddess, that's normal function for a love goddess. That's not her tarting the place up. That's her doing her, holy function. So she has children by Poseidon, and she has at least one son by Hermes. And if you work with her, any of her, lovers or consorts will feel free to come over and help. And that can be very interesting because we were in the middle of, Ladies' Day. We were trying to have Ladies' Day, and we get about a half hour in, and then the gods gotta show up, and Hermes showed up first, and I'm like trying to put this oil on, and this oil's going all over the place, and I was like, hello, Hermes. Hi. And I was just sighing. She doesn't mind. She doesn't mind when the boys crash the party. Sometimes the girls will say no. She's had too much God time. I tend to overindulge in God energy, and then I get all tense and I kind of put the female energy aside. Most women are familiar with that. We put, especially when we're trying to save money, we put everything for ourselves aside, whether we have a family or not. We stop taking care of our hair, and we stop taking care of our face, and we stop doing beauty treatments, and we stop doing baths, and we stop treating ourselves well. And she's the goddess to rope you back in and say, you have to do this. It might not be a luxury vacation in, Tahiti or something, but a half hour soaking in the bath, even if you use table salt, and we've all been there using table salt and like maybe a little like drop of oil, one drop of oil if you have it, to make it smell nice. So we did a peppermint oil bath with, in salted water, and did the mint julep face mask from Walmart, and just suave hair care products. But it felt so nice, ladies, just to take the time and to play cat trumpet. They play all this like underwater sea stuff. We played that because she's definitely a sea goddess. Some people say her name is like Star of the Sea or Love of the Sea or Queen Star of the Sea. There's like all these different translations. It's funny because my Catholic confirmation name is basically related to Aphrodite. So it's, she's a wonderful goddess to work with. And she will kind of bring peace and harmony to the other gods, even if she has to take a baseball bat to their head. But she is loving kindness first. But she's kind of the ideal love goddess to me because she is love and kindness. She is sexuality. So she gets along great with Dionysus, which she is also paired with. But at the same time, she's gonna kick your ass. So you can see why Ares is very much in love with her. All of the gods love her. All of the gods adore her. Yes, we have like the histories of people unwisely saying who the most beautiful goddess or was, but there's really not that animosity because Athena and Aphrodite will be matched in beauty. It's just you have the beauty god of wisdom over here, and you have the beauty god goddess of love over here, and it's very different, and they both know they're pretty, and I try to make sure not to start any new wars in this house. But you know, that said, I've never found Athena to actually have a problem with her. Athena, I think, respects her because Athena knows she's a death goddess, and Athena knows she's a war goddess. So Athena knows she's not this mindless little poof, even though she will go out of her way to convince you she is. She can be an airhead. I love her. I love Aphrodite. She's as smart as any goddess, but she can be a total airhead. And when she gets together with Vested, sometimes it's like you have the ditzy twins running around the house. You're just sighing. And then you hear something get knocked over, and you're like, this is why we can't have nice things. But I love them both. Sometimes you need to let the party goddesses come in and have you cut loose. So, if you get Bastet and Aphrodite together, it's going to be quite a time. Take the girls to a club, take them somewhere, have Netflix and chill. They will remind you about being a woman. And it's not that they won't work with every other gender, but women are very often, it's weird. Wicca started out with a huge bent towards women, but now it's like women are getting shunted to the side again, and women can often be underserved, or they have to be equal and to invite men in. We sometimes jump out of our way and go, but men too, but men too. Guys, no, but it's like it's a special relationship, with the women, whether they're biological or you are a woman and not biologically female. She doesn't care. She will work with you. She's a goddess. I don't know if I said this, attempt to protect the trans community, to protect women, to protect all abuse victims. She will kick people's ass. Remember, this is a war goddess too. So. And she has cute names like Destroyer of Men, Dark One, like all these names that like a death goddess would have. Yeah, like the I will kick your ass and make you cry names. Like I love her for that. And she's definitely though about a good time. And she can even get Athena to lighten up, which is really sweet because she goes, you're too much like Athena. You both overwork and you both get tense and grouchy and nobody wants to be around you. And if Aphrodite is not above calling other women names, to get a giggle out of you. So if she calls you cow or something like that, she's just teasing you. She wants you to laugh and not be so serious. She is totally girls' night out. So think of going out with all your girls and going to a club and having friends and getting rid of the guys. But since she's Aphrodite and since all you women are having a really good time, all the males are going to eventually show up. She doesn't care. She's cool with it as long as they understand it's like the girls not out, and the guys are welcome to join in, but this is definitely girl power time. So, I hope you guys enjoy that. She's definitely one you can go to for fertility, for protection, for inspiration. If you have it to give, she's happy. If you don't, that's okay. She will absolutely take anything. She's a goddess that has such a gentle, sweetheart. You could find her a leaf and she would be like holding it to her chest and like crying and telling you she loves you so much. And she would mean it. This is not her, putting on an act. She will take absolutely anything you give with love, which is why she's one of my favorite goddesses. She has that kind of reputation that, people make her sound very posh and unapproachable, but I found her to be a total sweetheart. Did I tell you about the roses? Yeah, she's associated with roses, all kind of plants. She's very good with fertility. So I think I'm gonna wrap that up. I don't want to go over long on Aphrodite. She's not big on ceremony with me. If you want to watch Xena Aphrodite, she really doesn't care. As long as you're having a good time and you're not making fun of her, do not tease or torment this goddess. You will not have a good time. But as long as you're loving and kind towards her, and if you can spare some time to work with Hephaestus, especially Hephaestus, because nobody is kind to Hephaestus unless they want something from him, then she will be very happy if you can spare time from him and learn of his mysteries. He's more than willing to work with people, by the way. He is over there doing nothing much of anything because nobody ever talks about Hephaestus, and I can feel her over there like you haven't yet either. I'm going to. He's a sweetheart. He's very shy and he's very adorable. And I want to make sure that I do the right video for him. And I'm not crying, you're crying, but he's so cute. I think I see Aphrodite in me. He is awesome though. So if you work with her and you want to work with him as well, that actually they work great together. And she can sometimes get him to come out of his shell and realize that, he has it, pretty good, because there are a lot of people who love him. It's just we tend to be very protective of him and not talk about him because, people are kind of mean and jerkish to him, and he would never hurt them, but we would. I think we're all part of Aphrodite if we get drawn to him, because he has this beautiful, wonderful side to him. And there goes a clock, and he's in charge of technology too, so I think he's like, that's okay, that's fine, make this about her. She is really wonderful. I adore her. If she gets into everything, she gets into domestic stuff too. So if you're cooking or you're doing anything, she wants to be right there in the middle and, having a good time. And she wants to remind us to, and I don't speak for her, but she wants to remind us to love ourselves and to just calm down and to just try to let go of our death grip on things. That if something isn't working out, it's sometimes not meant to be, but we're probably going to get something better. So she reminds me not to get angry and upset about stuff that bothers me. And, whatever's going to be is going to be. And if you have Aphrodite in your corner, it'll certainly turn out okay. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.